This presentation is aimed at parents to help them to understand the assessment process we have at the Chalfonts Community College and also to understand their son's or daughter's report. In our view, the overall aim of an effective assessment system is to help the student to learn more, to capture what they know and what they do not know, so that teachers can help them to improve and make greater progress in their learning as they involve themselves in our rich and challenging curriculum. It allows for responsive teaching. Assessment at the Chalfonts Community College will focus on making secure judgments about students' current performance against our curriculum. We measure how much of our curriculum each student has learnt relative to their starting point. We'll report to parents 3 times a year, and the purpose of our reporting system is to celebrate success and to provide regular information throughout the year to both students and parents. Most importantly to us, it will highlight when a student is demonstrating an excellent attitude to learning or where there is work still to be done. The reports you receive will highlight how students are progressing in relation to their academic ability, their potential, all based on prior data which comes from their primary school when they arrive in Year 7 with us. Each progress report contains the following information. You'll get an attitude to learning grade, which we call the ATL. You'll get a current working grade, CWG, a teacher prediction grade at the end of the year, TPG, a target grade, which is generated according to the data they came into school at Year 7 with, and then we'll have a homework grade for each subject. As I said, we view the attitude to learning grade as being the key to success. After all, our motto is success is an attitude. This ATL grade is based on the degree of effort and focus that a student may display, whether a student is committed and working to the best of their ability, the independence shown by a student, whether a student often offers constructive contributions in class, whether a student shows some initiative in their learning, whether the student is fully prepared for learning, and it will also be based on the student's attendance and punctuality to lessons. The senior leadership team of the school will review all students' ATL after a report is issued. We will hold discussions about the students and sometimes get students and parents into school if they're not achieving a minimum B grade across all their subjects. We really value the attitude to learning of our students. In terms of the expected target grade on a student's report, it's based on a flight path, and we use quite an ambitious flight path. I've got a section of the flight path here for us to understand together. So, looking at the left-hand side, which relates to a student entering in Year 7 in the autumn term. Now, it could be that they come from their primary school with data that suggests to us that at the beginning of Year 7, they are operating at a level 1 minus, which would be here. Now, expected progress is 2 sub-levels of progress in 1 year. So it might go from a -1 to a 1 to a +1 by the end of year summer. So when you receive the summer report, expected progress would show a level 1+. However, this is only expected progress, and there's nothing to stop, and we hope students do certainly exceed that expected progress, despite them being very ambitious. The progress tracker then carries on, so a student then would continue into Year 8. Again, we would hope the expected is that they make 2 levels of progress, and they'd end Year 8 on a level 2. They'd end Year 9 on a 3-. They'd end Year 10 on a 3+. And then that would equate to them getting a level 4, which is a C grade in old speak, or a standard pass. Now, as I said, that is expected progress. The whole of the progress tracker can be seen on this slide here. So if you have a student who came to us on an exceptionally high target grade of maybe a 3 minus, you'd follow the dark purple all the way until you get to year 11, and then they'd end up with a B grade or a level 6. And again, this is expected progress. So what teachers do is they will have every term an assessment, a summative assessment we call it, and they will give that a grade, a level grade. And that will show to them how much learning the student has done of the content that has been taught by the teachers, both in the present term and sometimes in previous terms, to reflect on prior learning. Now, they could achieve, going back to our student who started on a 1 minus, they could achieve a 2 in that report, which would make the current working grade exceed the expected progress. Where we begin to get concerned is where a current working grade is below the expected progress according to this tracker. And that's where intervention might step in. So, how can parents help support their child? We have lots and lots of resources on the website for you. If you go under the tab that says Academic and Curriculum, down the bottom of the page, you've got Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4 tabs. And there you can find what we call a curriculum map, where every single subject has mapped out each half term what the students will be studying. So you can support at home, you can get books, talk to your student about their learning, which is very relevant to the class at the time. Other things that you can do are think about ways in which students can revise. Again, lots of these are on the website, but perhaps your son or daughter might need some help just getting starting with this. What we really don't want people doing, parents doing, is to talk negatively about a report. We need to use encouraging language and set targets for the student that they feel are achievable. Finally, where parents can help is with attendance. There's a massive connection between being at school and the outcomes of students at the end of year 11. Please try and be at school as much as physically possible. I hope this presentation has helped a little bit to understand the students' reports. If you've got any questions, then I can be contacted at the school to give you further guidance. And my name is Mrs. Adkins.